Hello, I hope you're doing well. I'm Dallas Johnson, lead instructor of the Automobile Dealer Training Association, and I want to talk about some very important 2023 law updates that will affect the operation of a motor vehicle dealership in the state of Ohio. First of all, the BMV has updated Minor Consent Form 3751. The legal age at which a person becomes competent to enter into a contract in the state of Ohio is 18 years old. No person under the age of 18 can purchase or sell a vehicle in Ohio without a parent, legal guardian, or other person that has legal custody. A contract to purchase a vehicle signed by anyone younger than 18 years old is invalid and may be voided. So if you sell a motorcycle to some kid for $5,000, he could drive that motorcycle down the road, wreck it, and drag it back into your dealership, and then you'd have to give him his money back because you'd have absolutely no legal or financial recourse because you allowed somebody less than 18 years of age to sign legally binding contracts. If you sold a vehicle to a minor, they can release themselves from that sales contract. They can return the vehicle and recover the vehicle purchase price paid, even though the vehicle has been used, wrecked, or deteriorated in value. So when a person is purchasing a vehicle for someone under the age of 18, be sure to complete BMV Form 3751, which you see right here. And this form now has been updated. And I want to bring your attention to the very bottom of this form for some very important information. As it states right there, the dealer must sign the minor consent form verifying the dealer used reasonable diligence in asserting the minor's age and the identity of the adult who signed the form. If the adult signs the form and the dealer is present, then the form does not need to be notarized. So be sure to verify the minor's age and the identity of the adult signing the form, and this form no longer has to be notarized. In fact, there's another great rule I want you to be aware of, and I'm going to read this to you here. Forms such as certificate of title, application for certificate of title, assignment of ownership for motor vehicle, power of attorney to title motor vehicle, and any other documents that were previously required by a clerk of courts to title a motor vehicle may now be signed by a dealer or a dealer employee and do not need to be notarized, with the exception of an odometer disclosure statement. So I want to repeat that very important information. Forms to title a motor vehicle, such as certificate of title, application for certificate of title, that's your dealer assignment form, assignment of ownership by motor vehicle, power of attorney to title a motor vehicle, and any other documents required by a clerk of courts to title a motor vehicle may now be signed by a dealer or a dealer employee and do not have to be notarized. This is a great new law change, but I want you to be aware an odometer disclosure statement must still be notarized, so you can't sign that for your customer. Okay, so do please keep that in mind. Most of the forms required to title a motor vehicle during a dealer transaction no longer have to be notarized, and I just think this is an incredible law. This is really going to make it a lot easier to do a deal. But I do want you to be aware of this. The state is really cracking down on dealers that are issuing multiple temporary tags to customers. So let's talk about this. Issuing multiple temporary tags to customers is prohibited unless you are voiding the previous temporary tag. So the BMV dealer licensing section in Columbus and the Bureau of Motor Vehicle Investigations officers have seen an increase in dealerships issuing more than one temporary tag to customers. So since we went to a print-on-demand temporary tag system, the BMV has also dealt with dealers not voiding temporary tags correctly, which causes confusion with law enforcement when a vehicle has been issued multiple temporary tags and the law enforcement official does not know which tag is supposed to be on that motor vehicle. So the BMV wants to ensure that all dealers are compliant and can maintain their temporary tag privileges. The BMV has innovated an online auto-generated program. So on the first day of every month, an auto-generated report will be ran to identify the multiple issuances of temporary tags for each dealer permit number. Voided tags, which result in a corrected tag being issued, is not considered to be a multiple issuance. But based on the results of the report, the dealer will be notified via email and through your dealer dashboard of the status of your temporary tag privileges. So I want you to be very aware there are 4 statuses that a dealer is going to see. Active. If you have not issued multiple temporary tags to the same customer, you're going to be active, and that's no problem, and that's what we want. So remember, you cannot issue multiple temporary tags to the same customer unless you made a mistake on a previous temporary tag and you needed to void that. Let's take a look at probation. If you've issued multiple temporary tags to the same customer in the previous 2 months, then you're placed on a 3-month probation. This does not affect your ability to order or issue temporary tags. The issue of temporary tags is just going to be monitored for 3 months. So you definitely need to be aware of that. That is a 3-month probation period if you reported multiple temporary tags to the same customer in the previous 2 months. Now let's talk about suspension. Multiple temporary tags reported during probation or right after probation has been served. Then your ability to order and issue temporary tags are placed on hold. And the BMV has created a suspension matrix to guide dealers on how long your temporary tags you will not be able to order for a certain period and how long you'll lose your temporary tag privileges. And I'm going to show you that on the very next screenshot. And then we have revocation. If a dealer continues to issue multiple temporary tags after a second suspension within 12 months from the start of the first suspension, then your ability to order temporary tags are revoked for a period of 1 year. That's something we certainly want to avoid. So as I just stated, the BMV has created a suspension matrix, as you see here, to guide dealers on how long your temporary tag allowances will be suspended. So let's take a look at this. If you issued 1 to 25 multiple tags, you would lose your temporary tag privileges for 15 days. If you issued 26 to 50 multiple tags, then you would lose your temporary tag privileges for 30 days. If you issued 51 to 50 multiple tags to the same customers, you would lose your temporary tag privileges for 60 days. If you issued 101 to 150 multiple tags, you would lose your temporary tag privileges for 90 days, as you see there. If you issued 151 to 200 multiple tags, you would lose your temporary tag privileges for 180 days. And if you issued 201 or above tags, then you would lose your temporary tag privileges for 275 days. I want to repeat that. You cannot issue multiple tags to the same customer unless you correctly voided the previous tag, and that would be basically in a rare scenario that you made the mistake on a print-on-demand temporary tag. So do please keep that in mind. Once again, my name is Dallas Johnson. I'm with the Automobile Dealer Training Association. We are approved by the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to provide your training. You know, we do most of our training online, but there are still some classes that we hold, so you can always click on class schedule if you want to take an in-person class. But if you want to go ahead and take that course online, you can just start and stop it at your convenience. And once you've taken the entire 6 hours, your official certificate of completion will pop up automatically for you. So thank you very much for watching the video today. When you're ready to sign up for your course, just go to ohiodealer.com and click on that blue sign up button. And once again, I want to wish you the very best of luck with the operation of your business. Thank you very much.